My house now, having my post-workout right now, and we'll get back to the house. Gonna show you guys what I eat post-workout. All right, guys, just got back from the gym. It's been about 45 minutes since I had my post-workout drink, and I'm gonna show you guys what I eat post-workout. I'm gonna have 6 ounces of chicken breast, and I'll show you guys how I prepare that. I'm very picky with my food, especially with textures, taste. I like to enjoy my meals. So what I'll do is I'll preheat my stovetop. And I don't like my chicken cut in cubes. I like it torn up. So I don't know if anyone else does this, but I tear it and I kind of tear pieces. I have it torn up so you can see the tears in it. I just really like it like that for some reason. And this has been pre-cooked. I do like my chicken, my meals to taste somewhat fresh. So I'll have them cooked for me every 3 days. And then I bring them back to life by throwing them in the frying pan. I'll do 6 ounces. 6 ounces cooked. And depending on what my goals are, you know, where I'm at with my particular diet or client's diet, I sort of manipulate the protein as low as 5 ounces for guys, as high as probably 7 or 8 ounces. When the carbs come down and someone's dieting really hard, then the protein will come up a little bit. As an average, 6 ounces. More than enough. I feel like people really overeat protein. We got our 6 ounces. I'm really big on quality, guys. Everything I eat is always the highest quality. You know, even for like my cooking sprays, I always get like highest quality cooking sprays, whether it's an avocado oil or coconut oil, and just lightly spray your pan. And I'll throw my chicken on. And I never use the microwave. I don't know, like I just feel like it's not good for your food. And I don't like the taste. I prefer the taste when I pan fry it, brings it back to life. I can throw my sauce on there, I can throw my salt on there. I just really like the way it tastes. I don't like the thought of nuking my food. And now, post-workout, like I was saying earlier, I'm slowly increasing my calorie intake, starting with carbs, because I was dieting for a little bit. Pre and post-workout meals now are up to 250 grams of rice. I was at 200 grams before. So I'll weigh that out. And for my rice, I really love the taste of sushi rice. So it's like a short grain white rice. I usually eat that or a white jasmine rice. I'll actually show you guys which one I use. It's organic sushi rice. The reason why I choose organic is just because I know there's nothing else added in there. If you look at like a generic white rice, they'll like add iron in it and other ingredients. And with the amount of rice we're eating as athletes, if it's fortified with iron, it's gonna drive your hemoglobin, hematocrit levels up too high. So I always stick to organic based rice products. And that even carries over to, even like for breakfast, I love creamy rice. But you know, Pride Foods, the reason why I choose that is because they're the first ones to come out with an organic granulated white rice. So where if you guys are used to eating like, you know, a little orange box, I think it's by like Uncle Ben's, look at the ingredients. It's fortified with iron and it has a whole bunch of other stuff in there. So the quality of, you know, this product is far superior. Now this sauce here, I don't think it's available in the USA, but in Canada, I've been using this for like 6 or 7 years. I stumbled upon this one prep a long time ago, and it's never done me wrong. Like I put this on everything. I put this on salmon, I put this on whitefish, I put this on chicken breast, I put this on steak. You name it, it tastes good on it. Sweet with heat. Put that on there. And you don't need to put a lot on there because when you put it on, kind of sauteing it, give it a couple flips, mixes all up. Salt my rice, salt my chicken. I do the same amount of salt with all my meals. Keep it very consistent. And because I'm higher in my calories a little bit, I mean, there's very little calories in this, 10 calories per tablespoon. I'll throw a little extra over top just to give it some extra flavor. So post-workout, 6 ounce chicken breast, 250 grams of white rice. And I always include a piece of fruit post-workout because we did deplete glycogen while we were training, and we have restored that already with some Carb HD, and we're gonna, continue that process. But also your liver gets depleted of glycogen when you train. So the way to, restore that the fastest way possible is fructose. So, I do include fruit throughout the day. Usually breakfast, post-workout, I always include some fruit. For breakfast, it will be like maybe half cup to 1 cup of organic raspberries or blueberries. So I do the apple post-workout. And yeah, that's my post-workout meal. Now, when I do have high days, so typically for myself or even with athletes I'm coaching or training, we'll schedule high days around either weaker body parts or bigger body parts. So on those days, carbs will be up, possibly even a cheat meal. For me, I always like sticking with burgers and fries. I like using Five Guys just because of my clients. A lot of them are in North America, and if I tell them to go to Five Guys consistent, they all have access to a Five Guys. So on high days, I always use the Glyco HD with 2 high carb meals. So typically on a high day, pre-workout, I'd probably have 2 capsules, and then again with a cheat meal. So that's something to keep in mind. So yeah, post-workout meal is all ready. All right, guys, so just having the post-workout meal here, and we got some questions that came in. Someone asked, fasted cardio when you're natty, good or bad idea? As far as fasted cardio goes, I think it's all preference. I don't think it really matters as long as you're doing your cardio. Whether it's between a meal or fasted on an empty stomach, I really don't think it matters. A lot of times when you're prepping, it's just easier to wake up, do it first thing in the morning from a timing perspective, but I don't think it matters from like a fat loss perspective. Maybe from like a muscle, if you're worried about burning up muscle tissue, possibly. But yeah, I don't think it really matters. Someone else asked, how to become an HD athlete? Another person, how do you become part of the HD team? Right now, we've put a pause on adding any more athletes because at HD Muscle, we're really big on our quality, and we're trying to make sure on our end that we can facilitate all the athletes and people we have supporting our brands, and to be able to give them the tools to be able to do the best job possible, and so we can grow. We don't want to bring on too many people and then we can't offer them, like 100%. We want to make sure that our quality is staying very high. What would you do if you push 600 plus carbs and your weight stalls, but can't eat more? If you're pushing 600 grams of carbs and your weight stalls, if you're still very lean, I would find ways to push your carbs. Come here, Charlie. Find ways to push your carbs even higher. You can think about, incorporating, like if you have a good blender, you can incorporate another meal or higher calories through blending food. I don't know if you're already including carbs around your workout, like liquid carbs, but that's another way. But generally with clients, if I get to a point where like I'm at like 700, 800 grams of carbs and they still need more food to, put on more muscle and need more calories, I'll tend to push more towards fattier sources of protein. So instead of eating like whitefish, we eat salmon, maybe some steak meals, more whole eggs. So indirectly you're getting more calories from your fats without having to add more food. You're just swapping out your 7 ounces of whitefish for 7 ounces of salmon. So it's the same amount of volume you're eating, but the calories are way higher because of the fat content. So that's something to think about. How much on average does a pro bodybuilder spend on a stock for a prep? Probably not any more than your average gym rat that thinks the pros are using monster amounts of gear. What do you do for fiber when veg intake is low? Well, I get a lot of my fiber from fruit, like apple, berries. I have avocado in a lot of my clients' diets. And I do use a fiber supplement. I'm actually, HT Muscle is going to be making a fiber supplement, so look for that coming out. I do include that with breakfast. We generally, with clients, I put a full serving of that with a Pride Foods cream of rice. But we do have some vegetables too. I mean, especially when clients are dieting, like I stick to things like zucchini, cucumber, green peppers. So I do eat vegetables, just try and stay away from ones that, you know, are hard to digest and have lots of raffinose in them. What are some key things to pay attention to when developing a product? Well, when developing a product, you know, always make sure we're using the highest quality ingredients possible, and sticking to clinical doses. I'll never put something in a product that is just in a product. Everything has a purpose. So it has to be full dose servings of everything. We spend lots of time with trial and error, trying the products, testing them out. You know, I have been in love with supplements since I was 15 years old. You know, so well over 15 years. So I spent a lot of time experimenting with ingredients, and I know what works and what doesn't. We really pay attention to the quality of ingredients we're using in the formulas, and making sure they're the best of the best. We'll never put out something that's, you know, just not the best.
Filler.
Yeah, there's no filler. Yeah, like for example, like our pre-workouts, like I'm really particular, so I really hate a lot of artificial colors, dyes. I hate Ace K, because the thing is, like, I don't mind a little bit of sucralose with stevia and monk fruit, they're natural, but I'll use a little bit of sucralose. But all those artificial colors and dyes and Ace K, when you're using multiple products per day, they add up. So, you know, if your protein has it, your intra has it, your pre-workout has it, if you're consuming 3, 4, 5, 6 different products a day and they all have these artificial ingredients, it can add up. So I like to limit them as much as possible. We try and make the products taste as good as possible with the least amount of artificial ingredients. And there's just certain things that we just will not put in there. Like I said, the artificial colors, the dyes, the Ace K, you won't never find that in any of our products. Hey, what's up guys? It's 9:45 in the morning here. We're just filling up some gas, heading to see Dr. Khan. Today I'm going to be getting a PRP shot on my tricep in the muscle tendon conjunction, I believe it's called. I have an 8mm tear there. So yeah, looking forward to showing that to you guys today. I'm a huge baby when it comes to this stuff. I got this done back in 2014 and had a very bad experience. It wasn't with Dr. Khan, it was with someone else. So I'm hoping it goes over better this time. But yeah, I'm a huge baby when it comes to this kind of stuff. So it should be pretty funny for the video.
So the goal, obviously, is to get out of pain, but are we going to see Dorian step on stage again?
Ooh, we'll see. Never say never.
Never say never?
Yeah, I just did like a 10-week sort of diet myself to get in shape and lost some body fat. So I kind of like what I see, so I'm going to get my tricep fixed and try and get back into training and see what I look like.
Nice.
It's been a long time. Don't like them, but...
Well, I do have to ask, just in case, if you have a habit of fainting, I do
No,
have to
no,
lay you
no,
down.
no.
It does happen, so.
Wow. When I used to get blood drawn, I used to always be scared. I hate needles. But I noticed, like, to make it not such a big deal, I just started watching it and watching the process, and made it a little easier for me.
Yeah, that usually does help.
Yeah,
like, that's
yeah.
me too. Like, I'm not a fan of, like, getting needles. I know.
Yeah.
Look what I do. But.
Yeah. So what is the muscle tendon conjunction? Is that where the muscle meets the tendon?
Yeah, literally, yeah.
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 That's what I think.
And then if you remember, tendons connect muscle to bone.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think he's tender right now, but
No,
his
it's not
pain,
really
it
tender.
usually is pain.
Okay.
Only tender if I flex it or use
Yeah.
it. I'll watch it.
Really?
I think I'll watch.
You
Hey,
are?
you gotta face your fears.
This is it.
One of my biggest fears. I think we've had like 3 appointments
Yeah.
over the last couple years, whether it's for my
Injections. He
Yes,
never showed
on
up.
my
Never showed up 2
spine.
months. The first time he showed up.
yeah, it didn't show up. Canceled 4 days out.
Yeah. So you can kind of see these are the normal fibers.
Yep.
And then you kind of see that darker
Yeah, I see
area
that.
there. That's kind of the tear. So we're gonna target a few milliliters of the PRP right there. And poke.
Hey-oh.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Oh wow. Jeez Louise.
Doing good.
Let her go.
It's the part that can hurt a little bit.
Ooh.
And you already see it's filled in.
Oh yeah, a little pressure there. Ooh.
You okay?
Yep.
So I can see. So low pressure. And a little bit on top here.
Good job, Dorian.
Yeah, I know it
Good
hurts.
job.
Just gonna see if we can get one more spot here. Alright man, that's it.
Oh!
You did good.
Still feels like you're in there.
Yeah. And a lot of people say that. It feels like the needle's still there.
Yeah. Ho ho ho.
So I'm gonna put the binders.
How was it compared to the last one?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was not bad. Not bad at all. The last time was complete torture.
I think you got traumatized.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I think
hopefully
so.
this will help
Well,
him
that's
get
what
over
you-
the PTSD.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, it was complete torture last time.
Yeah.
You have like, oh, I can't straighten the arm now. It's so mental.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Good job.
Jeez. So, how careful do I need to be, like, till I start lifting weights or?
So directly on that area, just really 48 hours. And then you can go back to light volume training.
Okay.
So what that means is like blood flow restrictive training or like doing a light volume block
Okay.
type of
So,
thing.
example, just so people understand, like,
Yeah.
if I usually bench 275 pounds
Yeah.
for reps of 12,
Yeah, you'd
would
be
you
doing
do
probably like
185 or
You
135?
probably do like 30% of that to start.
Okay.
Yeah.
30%.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then gradually work your way
Very
back
slow,
up.
and that's
Yeah.
like 48 hours afterwards. You can sort of start.
Yeah, just 2 days you need to rest it. Before people used to recommend, oh, like you should immobilize it, you shouldn't use it for a few weeks. But what ends up happening is it just stiffens up. Exactly, you
Get
get tight, it becomes stiffen
I
up.
did that. So last time they told me to take off a few weeks.
Yeah.
So I literally like babied my arm, held
Yeah.
it like this,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Did they give me a sling?
Yeah, sometimes they do.
I think you may have had one actually.
So
Yeah.
and like I felt like I didn't use it. By the time I started using it, it was
Yeah.
so stiff, so
Yeah.
tight, and like I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's
I
the
felt
thing.
like it
The
wasn't.
post-procedure instructions are important, and a lot of docs, unfortunately, they just and they themselves, like, I think that's where the big thing is, like, if you lift yourself too, you'll kind of understand like the other
Yeah.
side of things and when it's safe to go back and all that. Like,
Yeah.
training and exercise is actually good for it, and especially like range of motion and like isometrics
Yeah.
early on. That's gonna help.
Yeah.
And then
Bringing that blood flow to the area.
exactly, and then as the tear heals, then the strengthening phase comes in, and the eccentric training is big for strengthening tendons.
Okay.
So like slow,
Yeah.
basically like slow negatives,
Yeah.
and
Great.
using bands as well.
Awesome.
I feel moving those muscles here, but eventually I'll have to basically. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
We're actually going to be this product here is for inflammation, but Dr. Akhan, he's going to be helping us co-formulate an inflammation-based product, which I would say we'll probably see it come through in the fall. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, it's like a surgery.
Yeah.
Oh, and yours truly.